We wanted to ask Luang Po about his experiences with Luang Po Chah, what made him have faith in Luang Po Chah. Luang Po answered that to think in terms of faith, one is always assuming a certain person, which in terms of nature, elements rising, existing, and ceasing don't actually exist. So if we talk about faith, actually we talk about like faith in our action, faith in our capacity to develop ourselves, faith in karma sattha. But even the faith in karma is also not perfect yet. Eventually one has to go beyond karma, where there's mere functioning activity of nature. The same as seeing the world as anatta, not self. When one doesn't take anything as important. So we asked, doesn't sattha also refer to the specific ways of teachings of Luang Po Chah? Well, Luang Po Chah's teaching is just an outflow of all the Dhamma that he had accumulated in his heart. So what were your experiences with Luang Po Chah, we asked. Nothing special. I met Luang Po Chah and took over the practices and saw that they were going in a beneficial direction. In which way? In the way of sacrifice, Luang Po said. Luang Po Chah sacrificed, giving guidance and help, but whether people could accept that help and practice with it always is up to the person. That's the way we should see it. So we asked, isn't it special that Luang Po Chah built up such a large sangha spreading all around the world, even abroad? Surely, yes, he said. In many ways he gave importance to the sangha, but those who practice well are actually very few. It's like with flies. What do flies want? They want dirty things. People think about the world, are interested in worldly things. Those that really train and cultivate the mind are few. Those who are real samanas, real monks, real peaceful ascetics are very few. A samana sees that in the world nothing belongs to him. Samana is somebody who's left behind and abandoned the world completely. Luang Po Chah was very well intended when he took over the development of this monastery, Wat Nong Papong, with all the hardships. Aren't there many monks that do that? Well, Luang Po Chah came here and there was no comfort at all. Everything was hard, difficult. Difficult piece of land, forest, dry, isolated, malaria infested. One had to be really tough to endure these things. There was no road to go to the village for alms like these days. These days are the days of comfort, the days of living in convenience. Luang Po Chah said, a difficult place builds up people. He thought in different ways than others. Why don't you try yourself to say, I'll walk, if somebody offers you a ride in a car? Who in the world would do such things? So we asked, what shall we do if we ourselves are born in the time where there's comfort and development? Luang Po said, you don't live in the age of comfort if you practice the Buddha's teachings. Otherwise you'd be practicing Kamasukhalikanu Yoga, the attachment to sensual pleasures. But even the ways of sensual pleasures, you'll always find hardships and competition, snatching away things from each other. In this world, nobody can gain anything, really. There's nothing to gain. The only thing that one should gain is a feeling of freedom. If you are part of the age of comfort and development, you need to use a lot of mindfulness and wisdom. Actually, there's nothing that isn't good. Things only become good by the way we relate to them and use them. If we relate to things knowingly, that's fine. All these things are conventions. If one uses them correctly, they become beneficial. There's no harm.